8 hidden signs you are secretly defying aging after 70. Most people believe that once we cross the threshold of 70, life inevitably begins to shrink. They say the body grows weak, the memory fades, the world becomes smaller, and slowly you lose control over the very vessel that carried you through your greatest adventures. But what if that is not entirely true? What if the slow decline we have been told to expect is not nature's law, but a reflection of neglected truths? Today, I will reveal to you 8 subtle, almost invisible signs that your body, mind, and spirit are not aging like most people. In fact, you might be walking among a rare group of individuals who continue to defy the boundaries of age. Those who, through simple but forgotten practices, keep their vitality alive long after others begin to disappear into frailty. But these signs are not gifts, they are skills. And what is lost can be rebuilt. Before we go deeper, Buddha's story warmly welcomes you, dear friends. You have arrived at a place where ancient wisdom meets the fragile beauty of the human experience. If this is your first time here, I invite you to support this journey. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue sharing the forgotten truths that keep the human spirit young, strong, and awake. Let me begin by telling you a story. It is not about kings or warriors, but about something far more powerful: the quiet strength that lives in those who refuse to surrender to time. Years ago, in the heart of the Himalayan foothills, I met an elderly woman named Ayla. Her eyes were silver, her hair thin as silk threads, yet her presence commanded the room like a roaring river. At 85, Ayla could stand from the ground without help, carry her own harvest, recall every detail of her youth, and walk through the rugged mountain trails without hesitation. The villagers whispered about her as if she held a secret they had all forgotten. But Ayla's secret was no mystery. It was devotion to the simple disciplines we abandoned too soon. Her strength did not come from medicine or luck, but from daily, mindful choices. Choices anyone, even you, can still make. The first of these signs is your ability to rise from the ground, unassisted. Imagine you are seated cross-legged on the floor. No chair, no cane, no hand to pull you upward. Can you lift your body with ease, using only your muscles, balance, and focus? If you can, you possess a hidden resilience that most people your age have lost. But if you struggle, do not despair. It is not weakness. It is your body asking to be remembered, retrained, reawakened. In the ancient texts, the Buddha taught that life is suffering, but within that suffering lies the potential for transformation. Rising from the ground mirrors this teaching. It is not just a test of your legs or your back, but a reflection of your nervous system's vitality, your joint mobility, your inner stability. Science now confirms what monks have known for centuries. Those who can stand unassisted possess greater longevity, independence, and confidence. But when you lose this ability, fear begins to creep in. You hesitate to kneel, to sit low, to move freely. Your world becomes smaller, your confidence fades, and slowly your body listens to that fear and begins to retreat. Yet, as Ayla proved, this can be reversed. Sit on the ground once a day, cross your legs, shift your weight, stand again, even if it takes effort. Each time you rise, you remind your body that it is not done. You reclaim ownership over yourself. The second hidden sign lives in your hands. Have you noticed how carrying groceries, lifting objects, or opening jars has become more difficult for some, while others at the same age show no such weakness? The strength in your hands is more than muscle. It is an extension of your brain's health, your heart's circulation, your nervous system's precision. Studies reveal that grip strength is one of the most reliable predictors of overall health, even more so than blood pressure or cholesterol. But beyond science, there is a deeper lesson here. In Buddhism, the hands symbolize karma, our actions, our ability to shape the world. When our grip fades, our interaction with life fades too. We hesitate to touch, to hold, to carry. But with intention, your hands can be reawakened. Carry your groceries, squeeze a towel, grip a soft ball. These small acts rebuild more than muscle. They restore your confidence, your engagement, your quiet power. Now let us speak of memory. Many believe that forgetting names, faces, or details is simply part of growing older. But confusion, disorientation, or mental fog are not inevitable. They are warnings. The sharpness of your mind is not only preserved through genetics, but through active use. The monks of old knew this well. They memorized vast scriptures not by chance, but through daily discipline, reflection, and storytelling. In fact, one of the Buddha's most devoted followers, Kassapa, lived beyond the age of 90. His memory remained untouched because he never stopped learning, questioning, or connecting. If you can still recall the names of your friends, remember appointments, retell stories with clarity, you carry within you a sign of spiritual and cognitive youth. But like all abilities, memory is a garden. It requires tending, or it withers. Perhaps the most overlooked sign of vitality is your ability to walk. Not to run marathons or climb mountains, but simply to walk without pain, without stopping, for 15 minutes. It sounds simple, yet it is a profound indicator of your inner health. Walking is not merely exercise. It is a harmony of the heart, lungs, nerves, and muscles, working together as one. In Zen practice, walking meditation teaches that every step connects us to the present moment, to the breath, to life itself. If your steps remain steady, your world remains open. But when walking becomes painful, your independence shrinks. You begin to say no to invitations, to sunlight, to life. But as Ayla showed, even after 80, walking with strength and grace is possible. Begin with 5 minutes, then 10. Walk slowly, breathe deeply, and with each step, tell your body, I am still here. I am still capable. I am still part of this world. The fifth sign is one most people dismiss until it is gone: the ability to sleep naturally, deeply, without medication. True sleep is the body's quiet healer. It resets the brain, balances hormones, restores the immune system. Yet as stress, pain, and fear grow, sleep slips away. Many reach for pills, but they offer only false rest, a shallow imitation that leaves the body weaker. The monks say the mind that cannot rest is the mind clinging to the past or fearing the future. Real sleep comes from presence, from trust, from peace within. If you sleep 6 to 8 hours naturally, your body remembers how to heal. But if sleep escapes you, return to the basics: sunlight in the morning, movement during the day, stillness before bed. Let your body know the day is done, it is safe to rest. These 5 signs, rising from the floor, the strength in your hands, the clarity of your memory, the ease of your steps, the depth of your sleep, are the foundation of aging with dignity. They are not out of reach, even if you feel far from them now. Each is a skill, not a gift, and every skill can be nurtured again. The question is, will you begin? Before we continue, I want to hear from you. A small reflection for the comments section. Which do you believe is the first to fade with age? A, the body's physical strength? B, the mind's curiosity? Share your answer A or B in the comments. Let us discover together how aging is not merely loss, but a return to the hidden strengths within. The forgotten spiritual markers of aging gracefully after 70. There is a quiet power hidden beneath the surface of aging that few speak of. We often hear about physical decline, fading memory, and the shrinking world of old age. But buried within the inevitable passage of time are deeper signs that speak not only of your body, but of your mind, your spirit, and the invisible dialogue between both. Today, I want to show you how your ability to stay balanced, set boundaries, remain curious, and keep learning are more than personal achievements. They are spiritual markers. And if you recognize them in yourself, you are not just aging, you are awakening. Years ago, I walked through the dusty temples of Bodh Gaya, the birthplace of enlightenment, where the Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree and watched his mind, unmoving, until the illusion of suffering fell away. It was there, listening to the old monks tell their stories, that I understood aging is not merely about flesh, it is a mirror of consciousness. The first marker of that deeper aging lies in your balance. Stand on one foot for 10 seconds. It sounds simple, almost childish. But beneath this action is a profound reflection of your nervous system, your spatial awareness, your brain's coordination with your body. When the elders of ancient monasteries were assessed for their health, it was not with expensive equipment. They were asked to balance, to walk, to hold stillness. In Buddhist teachings, balance is a metaphor. It speaks to poise amidst chaos, the ability to remain centered when the storms of life arrive. Scientific studies now confirm what monks have known for centuries. The ability to balance physically reflects cognitive health, reflexes, and reduced risk of falls, the leading cause of injury and decline among the elderly. But it is not just about standing still. It is about training the body to listen, to respond, to adapt. If your balance wavers, your mind hesitates, and your body follows. But when you cultivate stillness, your spirit learns resilience. In my travels, I met a man named Elias in the hills of Nepal. He was 79, thin as river reeds, yet when he stood on one foot, his posture steady, his gaze unwavering, the villagers watched in reverence. His secret was simple. He practiced every morning 10 breaths of balance, 10 seconds of stillness, rain or sun. His body remembered, his mind stayed sharp. But physical balance is only the beginning. There is a rarer, more subtle marker, the ability to say no without guilt. In Buddhist philosophy, boundaries are not walls, they are clarity. The Buddha himself walked away from the palace life, from attachments, from distractions, because true peace requires space. In modern aging, many lose this boundary. They say yes out of fear, obligation, habit. They drain their energy on people and situations that offer no nourishment. But those who age with grace know when to withdraw, when to protect their time, their mental space, their energy. I once sat with an elderly woman named Amara. At 83, her body was slower, her hands marked by time, but her spirit fierce. She taught meditation to the youth, but refused invitations that exhausted her. Some called her distant. But beneath that was wisdom. She knew the power of her yes depended on her ability to say no. If you can set boundaries, you are practicing one of the deepest forms of self-respect. You are preserving energy, reducing stress, maintaining emotional clarity, and with that, your body follows. Studies show that those who manage emotional boundaries experience lower inflammation, stronger immunity, and greater longevity. But perhaps the rarest marker of awakened aging is the mind that stays curious. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to grow and adapt, does not disappear with age. It disappears when curiosity dies. In Buddhist tradition, even the oldest monks remain students. They study the sutras, learn new chants, observe new perspectives. The moment we stop learning, the mind stiffens, and with it, the body contracts. I remember visiting a remote temple in Laos where a 92-year-old monk named Sorya practiced daily calligraphy. His hands trembled, but his letters flowed. He told me, "As long as my mind asks questions, I am not old." His eyes sparkled with the wonder of a child, proof that true aging is measured not in years, but in curiosity. When you learn new skills, explore new ideas, adapt to new technology, even at 70 or 80, your brain remains alive. It builds new connections. It protects against cognitive decline. It strengthens emotional resilience. Learning is not a youthful privilege. It is a lifelong discipline, a daily choice. And those who choose it remain young in ways the body alone cannot express. These markers, balance, boundaries, curiosity, are not about defying death. They are about honoring life. They are proof that while the body follows time, the spirit transcends it. You may not control every wrinkle, every gray hair, but you can control your choices, your boundaries, your practice. And through those choices, you stay present, capable, engaged. In the teachings of the Buddha, aging is not punishment. It is preparation. Each decade brings new lessons. The body may soften, but the spirit sharpens, the wisdom deepens. And with the right awareness, the years do not take from you. They reveal you. So I ask you, as you reflect on your own journey, do you recognize these deeper signs within yourself? And if not, will you begin cultivating them now? Aging is not simply decline. It is the unfolding of your true strength, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to rise.